really angry today. I want to get angry, shout, scream, and abuse some people. Stop it. Making a mockery. In India also, you know, Indian here on YouTube, they don't know English. What is this? They're going backward, following this religion since I think Islam is as like Khomeini came. So even the Sunnis started to uh, follow suit like that. Now the Indians want to become like Sanatan Dharma and go into their only speaking their language, and they're making a mockery. And I don't know, Shivaratri, Mahashivaratri, what it is. Keep saying Shivaratri. Why are you people like this? I had a religious crisis. Yes, I do say this, and I had a religious crisis, right? So this is for me, for the record. Indians making a mockery now. Really, what is this? And then Nangaram comes with this name. He's making a mockery or what? Who is behind this? People have lied to us. Where's my other phone? Why are you people making a mockery? I don't know on YouTube whether they're Muslims or who are making a mockery of Indians. India, Hindus, Hinduism, Sanatan. Uh, so many Shias also coming here, the Shia that came here. I can't find my device here. I'm not supposed to. Don't get angry and all this. What nonsense, hypocrisy. Scaring us here. Respect this one and respect that one. So this would give way to. I'm finding that I'm becoming a hypocrite, jalak, clever woman, because my father being Emirati, right? So I have to so scared, right? Because they do fine here. And like I was even scared of a taxi driver here. Pakistan was speaking to me in Urdu, but his accent was like, excuse me, Pathan. And really, like, what do I know? They do. So like हम इनके बाप के नौकर हैं क्या इधर जो ऐसे बात करते हैं अच्छा ठीक है रोड क्लोज्ड है तो उधर से नहीं जा सकते हैं एटीट्यूड प्रॉब्लम्स इधर पाकिस्तानी पठानों के बाप के नौकर तो हम लोग नहीं है the way this taxi driver spoke to me Pakistani I sounded like Pathan or something I'm getting angry right now हम लोगों के बाप के नौकर हम नहीं हैं so I didn't have to tell him that I don't go out very often to know that now this road is closed or that changes in law, rules here. What do I know? तुम ऐसे बात करते जैसे इनके बाप के पाकिस्तानियों के हम बाप के नौकर हैं और हम गुस्सा करें तो कहेंगे कि ये पागल है, यहाँ हंसेंगे, मजाक उड़ाएंगे, मस्तियाँ। बस इनको ये है ना, किसी पे मॉकरी। जब खुद पे आएगी ना तब पता चलेगा, लेकिन इन पे तो आती नहीं है। पता नहीं इधर जो काम करते हैं अपने आप को क्या समझते हैं। और हमें डराएं, हम पे गुस्सा करें, हम लाइक हमारे, लाइक ये क्या है, रोड बंद है तो मैं क्या करूं, मुझे क्यों डिस्टर्ब कर रहे हो, आराम से बैठ के टैक्सी चलाओ, रोड बंद है और दिमाग खा रहा है, नॉनसेंस इज दिस। अभी पता नहीं है इधर क्या हो रहा है। यूट्यूब पे भी ये क्या मॉकरी बनाया है। तो ठीक है, अगर सो बचपन से लाइक इमाम हुसैन के जैसा तो कोई हो नहीं सकता है, हम सोचते रह गए। नीदर क्रिश्चियंस, वो जो सिस्टर गर्ट्रूड ने किया और जो मदर टेरेसा ने किया है, ये कोई हिंदू भी नहीं कर सकते हैं, कोई इनके गुरु भी नहीं कर सकते, इनके खुदा गॉड्स भी नहीं कर सकते। एक तरफ से तो ये है, जब हिंदुओं से लाइक ये हिंदुओं को क्या है, लाइक पता नहीं क्या है इनका कल्चर। लेकिन मदर टेरेसा ऑफ कलकत्ता उनके बारे में कहते हैं कि ये पता नहीं क्या है। यहाँ तो एक तरफ से मुझे लगता है कि हिंदू भी यहाँ तो ऐसे हैं, पता नहीं बाप से गलत सुना था कि कितने हम्बल हैं ये, मुझे नहीं पता कैसे लोग हैं। और हाउ कुड लाइक ऑन महाशिवरात्रि तो कोई नेबर watching me and arrange. So, how would they know that at this time on Sadhguru's online Mahashivaratri, I would go looking for someone? They showed me my grand aunt and me, my the picture on my birthday, one of my birthdays. Okay, so okay, you know English? I'm sorry, I'm talking to this person who's making a where you originally you learned, you went to a Christian school, convent, you know better English. Talking to someone here. You're making such a face. So this is for the record. So Mahashivaratri fell on 26 February, right? इधर तो पाकिस्तान से बदतर है। आफ्टर द अजान पूरा प्रे, पता नहीं क्या है इधर, मॉस्क, लाउड स्पीकर, पता है। मैंने कभी सुन्नियों के मस्जिदों में पाकिस्तान में ऐसा नहीं कि पूरी पूरी पता नहीं क्या पूरा जैसे नमाज सलात लाउड स्पीकर पे पढ़ रहे हैं, राइट। अभी रमजान आएगा, पूरी पूरी तरावी लाइक लाउड स्पीकर। ये क्या है इधर। आज रमजान में मैं आई कैन अफोर्ड टू गो, बट इफ आई विल बी अलाइव So क्या है लाइक ये बदतमीज लोग यहाँ आते हैं ना इनको रिलीजियस क्राइसिस के बारे में इंसान what a person has gone through थोड़ा सा उर्दू थोड़ा broken I'm broken myself I don't want to talk in Urdu I do traumatized broken तो अभी ठीक है मजाक ये वो लेकिन देखो ये भाई नंगाराम के बारे में लाइक ये क्यों अपना बोला कि पेरेंट्स ने ये क्या मजाक कर रहे हैं लाइक बहुत हो चुका राइट व्हाट आई हैव सीन okay another thing was that they showed me a picture where I felt that on my birthday with my grand aunt I remember because I've taken there's I have a picture of it right so so I was like oh my god I looked so disabled and my grand well she has a oh it was a satanic coincidence so the Hindu mantras don't help they make uh, और ये क्या है लाइक इंडिया में तो मैंने सुना था फ्रॉम माय फादर विलेज विलेज पीपल को इंग्लिश आती है और ये बैकवर्ड चले गए इंडियंस इन ईयर 2000 जब पाकिस्तानियों को नहीं आती थी जाहिल यट हिंदूज को ऐसी इंग्लिश आती थी इन लाइक perhaps 1930s or God knows when 19 अभी पता नहीं क्या हो गया सब इंडियन बैकवर्ड लेके जा रहे हैं और और हम लोग ना रिलीजन के बारे में कुछ बात नहीं कर सकते आप लोगों को आप लोग दूसरों की लाइफ में इतना क्यों वो करते हो कि हमारे रिलीजन को कुछ नहीं बोलो प्रॉफिट मोहम्मद को कुछ नहीं बोलो इमामों को कुछ नहीं बोलो अभी तो शिया जब माविया कह रहा था तो इमाम अली ने क्यों नहीं जाके बोला अपने शियाओं को कि जाके मारो against Imam Ali he was abusing we all know this the Shias and you can read it in it's written in Najul Balagha right so there's a lot of contradictions तो hypocrisy भरी हुई है शिया में भी क्या तो ये और अभी यूट्यूब पे क्या मॉकरी लाइक सॉरी मैं सिर्फ मेरा ये था विद माय गॉड माय रिलीजियस गॉड दैट हिंदुओं को क्यों ये क्या है ये लाइक डिसबिलीवर्स पॉलिथियस्ट ये आपको वर्शिप करते हैं अच्छा फिर लाइक लेकिन अगर वो इनमें बचपन है whistling clapping भी अभी they're worshiping you what's wrong with you God why would like hell look at the punishments अभी इंडियंस सब बहुत चालाकी आ गई है anyways I want to say that uh, there's this force our पता नहीं अभी Christianity भी Christians in their own way. I think this one on he himself is quite aggressive, so he gets aggressive in a sense. पता नहीं ये हिंदू तो नहीं लगता है because oh sorry Christian तो नहीं लगता है maybe. So please be careful on you as it is in real life. You can't what I went through. You can't trust anyone. That's what my experience was. And don't tell your secrets, and don't get close to people. Because see, when I realized I couldn't let go of my teacher, but then growing up, I realized that that was my childishness. That I just took her, like I loved her and I adored her, and I took her. किसी और की family, and you never know, then inhibitions came. Like you should ask the other person. We used to like friends saying, kissing on the cheek, goodbye, hugging, and all this in Pakistan. But as I grew older, I realized that uh, I prayed to God. I would after so thank God I left. Finally, had left Miss Tissa. Even left trying for a reconciliation after in the 6th year I left her. So I was like, be careful, like, क्यों किसी के लाइफ में दखल अंदाजी, और किसी को अगर जाना भी तो ये it's not your right. And then the family members, and may I never किसी की अमानत, like, if they and if their will is किसी पे अपनी feelings impose नहीं करना है, not to impose my feelings. लेकिन बचपन में वो ठीक था, लेकिन वो ज़्यादा था मिस जिसा के लिए और ऐसा. So I have been, like, from childhood had a terrible some wicked family member, and seeing my mother also being there, tortured by them mentally. She only told me one incident. She used to tell me they did this to me. She was 13. She told me she was 13 years old. She got married. So I grew up. Maybe I've become a like covert narcissist. On one hand, my religion also plays a part. Maybe on one hand, we're told not to take zulm. On the other hand, we're told कि जुल्म के खिलाफ आवाज़ ऐसे उठाते हैं against zulm. We raise awareness, not our voices. Anyways, we did raise up. The men are supposed to raise their voices. So So what my religion contradictions. Um, to the point why I was saying that, why I mentioned my religion. Also, maybe I saw that I couldn't in depression or in this grief or whatever it was. That people don't feel, they go on with life. My teenage years were ruined. Make my life losing my teacher, separating from my teacher. But it was a good thing because she was very. Her ways were like Imam Ali, principalized and speak the truth and others. But it had a very psychically it had a terrible hair splitting, heart wrench. Like it was very sick. I became very sick, like telling the truth against myself, being very hard with myself to tell the truth always, even when it's inconvenient. Can't make excuses. So I became very unhealthy inside, like too strict and a very disciplinarian, very like, ugh, right? The way I was taught by my teacher. Uh, but realizing that in my religion, also my religion is very strict on that. Tell the truth and all this. Imam Ali, when Akil, his brother, came, he took out hot rod that I read later. I was like, oh. But I had become like this, right? With my siblings, I would take out the hot rod. Um, strict, hard on myself also, but only like not with my friends. I was very tolerant with them and all that. Because I knew in this madness of disciplinarian and strictness, at least this much I knew that she is someone else's daughter. So I wouldn't be like that with my friends. And my friends, if they made a mistake, or I just, even the male, I would overlook and tolerate it at times with the male friend. No, no, I would, and I'm making a scene, So, but at times tolerating and then trying to make someone else's life. So, it's like, and then seeing also that some people, they want you to live your life the way. So with friends, I had my limits. Like I wouldn't interfere, nosy, and all this, right? Um, see that some people, they are very contradictions. When it comes to themselves, they're very soft with themselves, hard on others. But I was hard on myself, soft with my friends, tolerant. So, never taunting or anything, my friends. We weren't taught this. So when my friend taunted me, so unfairness, applying, what is this? Yes, we will even. I, I was thinking of just passing through this life silently, not making a big, like when I read about the Zen also, and really not wanting to make anything, not asking for help, or not even getting any help. Just I hope I don't not troubling anyone. So, so growing up, I realized many things that I should change in myself, but I couldn't. Uh, Habit. Oh yeah, so maybe I've turned into in year 2000. I had to take a lot unspeakable. I don't know. Everyone. I'm not saying my pain is the only, um, but you know, privacy, and hearing about Hazrat Abbas, Shia as a Shia, Ghairat, and all this. What you call that, honor in English? And I had only one sister, so mostly brothers. So I with my sister. Uh, okay, year 2000, it was too much for me. Sorry, it was just too much for me. Bridget, what they've gone through, like Bridget, what's her last name? Sorry, I've forgotten. When she lived in Lebanon, or what Christians have been through, oppression, persecution, what the Jews went through. Like, I had this fear that I'd go insane. I'd go insane um, in my life. And I didn't want to go insane. And people are, some people, there's, thank God I came across Jiddu Krishnamurti. It's not because I'm Pakistani, my mother's side, from my mother's side, that I'm saying things against Indians. Actually, on one hand, I don't know how to put this. Actually, on one hand, um, I sincerity is like I don't know who to trust on YouTube. Um, and I think Hindus, I can't suggest to you, but I don't believe in, I don't know, believe, or I don't know how to say this. Okay, there could be people exploiting, like, I'm not against. See, my grandaunt had Devi, and my mother would never allow me. Like, she wasn't strict or anything, but her leniency, something beautiful. It kind of rubbed in me, affect. So my mother would never say anything against Hindus, right? But this, although Pakistani, we Khoja Sindhis were very refined, and my mother would never say Hindus. So Devi even gave stones, but her the grandaunt she was with, friends with, we never saw her. I mean, they never saw her. But they saw the stones that came out of thin air. And whatever the Hindus do, it's their thing. But me again, it's not my cup of tea. It's sorry, but this doesn't mean that I wouldn't be fighting with God. That why wouldn't you accept Hindus and worship for you, however they worship you, even through a stone, they worship you. One thing Sadhguru said that to read their Hindu scriptures, like the stories, like without judgment. You see, they have a different thing. Now, every time, even the questions asked to Sadhguru and Maharaj. Sorry, I got involved in this. I have to mention this though it's not my place, about this and that. It's a very important question. I've apt for this topic that I'm on. Um, like, why would Hindus worship, for example, idols? Why not? Not. What's so great in worshiping the God hypothetically that science can't find? Even in spirituality, unless you're a believer, you have to go through a lot, I think, to really to experience what, like experience spiritual powers that even Shaitan has been given by God, miracles that you can perform, heal people or perform miracles. But that's all you can do, and infer that there's who created this, so the greatest power created all this, and that's God. And that you worship, you've given that God its worth because He's the creator of everything. But I used to get stuck in doing the logic and then even spiritual, explaining that spiritually through logic. I would get stuck. The spiritual truth that if the gardener, if the tree is there, that means that someone made it, or nature, or the power, through the power, like those wild plants, uh, you know, so nature, so the power of nature and whatever brought this, created this, or made this. So it must be a power higher than this. But then, okay, logically explaining this, but still losing it. Like there's no evidence of, ex- there's no experience of that come. I will show you, scientists, or, and even if, okay, we get to the experience of this God, then the Christians have their view, belief, the such a difference it makes, different religions. When we're told not to lie against that God, whoever lie against the God, that true God, by following a wrong religion, that's a wrong way, and what will happen to them? So this is, I think, only on those who attribute to Allah. This is not even association now. This is those who attribute to Allah. Exalted be your Lord, the Lord of glory, above what they attribute to Him. Right? And they will be. So look at the punishments. Although Allah says here in the unfinished, maybe I'll finish it. Shall not be able to tempt. Okay, Allah says that they mock, but I think it boils down to also those disbelievers who have not mocked Prophet Muhammad, although some of the maybe the contemporary religious scholars, Muslim religious scholars, who perhaps if you listen to them, their answer, Like I went to this Awais Iqbal's a channel little while, and I just got sick. He's lying too much. He's just speaking out of his own head. Like he's not strictly looking at the scriptures, the Quran, the Hadith, all this, right? He's just, oh, well, if you're a good person and you're just, well, I can't say anything about that. You can't say anything about it, but what does your God say? Allah say about this? What does your Prophet say about this? Right? So some of the Muslims, like a Shia, I think he was, with Awais Iqbal, talking from his head, or what? Except the chosen servants of Allah. Okay, so indeed you and whatever you worship. So those who even describe Allah, or give attributes of, you cannot tempt away from Him. Look at the punishments here. Except he who is to burn in the hellfire. The angel said, there is not among us any except he has a known position. Indeed, we are those who line up. Indeed, we are those who exalt Him. Allah is exalted above all things and all what they attribute to Allah. Indeed, they used to say, but if we had a message from the former peoples, we would have been the chosen servants of Allah. I don't know what this means, excuse me, but they disbelieved in it. So they are going to know. Now, here in brackets, the end of such an attitude. And the word has already proceeded for us servants, the messengers. And indeed, they would be those who, given succor, assisted. And that indeed our soldiers will be those who overcome. So Muhammad leave them for a time, for a while. The polytheists didn't know what that while was at that time. And see, because he chased out the polytheists from Makkah. Or they would be killed if they remained in Makkah and didn't embrace Islam. And see them for they are going to see. Then for a punishment, are they impatient? But when it descends in the territory, then evil is the morning of those who were warned, and leave them for a time and see, for they are going to see, right? Like hellfire. Now going up again. More desert glory. Glory to Allah from the things they ascribe meaning to Allah. And they have invented a blood relationship between him and the jinns. But the jinns know that they have indeed to appear. Then why are some of them not Muslims? Not all of them know. Then bring your book. I'm going to start. I haven't started this book. Their liars. It's not that they say from their own invention. They've also fabricated this, or that we created the angels female. The Sadhguru said that, sorry, I have to mention Sadhguru, what he said, that we created the gods. Right? To ask their opinion, should have daughters. So Quran ayat says they fabricate themselves gods. And they believe, so we permitted them to enjoy for a while. Enjoy for a while. Okay, those who even have believed, for them it's like for a while they enjoy, right? So inquire of them, does your Lord have daughters while they have sons? Or do we create the angels as females while they were witnesses? How do they know that the angels are females? Were they witnesses? How do you how do the believers know that the angels were males? There's one where from our spirit and his angel, word of God, came in the form of a man, appeared to Bibi Maryam, Surah 19 in Surah Maryam. Ayats, behold, it is one of the four fabrications that they say Allah is begotten. And indeed they are liars. Now here it's begotten, not taken children, or some say Yusuf Ali says children. Allah has begotten children, right? Has he chosen daughters over sons? What is wrong with you? Meaning, how do you make judgment? Then will you not be reminded? Or do you have a clear authority? Do they have a clear authority for this? Then produce your scripture if you should be truthful. So, how would they produce that scripture? Anything they produce, what will happen against this? Huh? Against this coming to Prophet Muhammad on his heart by the trusted spirit, namely Gabriel. Ah, and they have made between him and the jinn a lineage. But the jinn have already known that they really will be brought. Surah Jinn, read Surah Jinn. Some of them, not all jinns are believing Pak, pure jinns and all this. Believers, Muslims. Exalted is Allah above what they describe, or Sahih International describe. Maududi attribute to Allah, to him. Yusuf Ali, they ascribe to him from things they ascribe. All these things, jinn, daughters, angels, begotten children, except the chosen servants of Allah. So indeed, you and whatever you worship, you cannot tempt away from Him, except you is to burn in the hellfire. Now here Allah is saying, okay, maybe you Muslims don't need to punish them, but Allah is going to put them in the hellfire. This is these the, these disbelievers. These are those disbelievers who attribute, and Allah calls them disbelievers. Like in another ayat, okay, so they fall in the category of being disbelievers. Also, they will be burning in the hellfire. Thus, they attribute with Allah. They attribute to Allah things, angels, jinns, and all lineage. There is not among us any except that the angels say has a known position, okay? And indeed, we are those who line up. Indeed, we are those who exalt Allah. Okay, this makes sense. And indeed, they used to say, and see that now these ones who attribute to Allah, they are disbelievers, burning in hell. They will burn in hell, meaning. And if we had a message from the former peoples, we would chosen servants came to them and they rejected. So, see what they are going to see. Do they seek to hasten our punishment? Evil will be the morning and leave them for a time. Well, where is it that they will have burning? Oh God. or it's in the beginning, maybe early uh, ayats. And gave them a clear book. The book you gave them, and then you say they change it with their, well, however they change it. And we left among, even the book you have given them changes, it's changeable by them, and it's not guarded properly. And they were of our believing servants, and indeed Elias. Uh, do you call upon Baal or Baal and leave the best of creators? Allah says He's the best of creators. So why are you worshipping this idol Baal? Allah, your Lord and the Lord of the first forefathers. Allah, your Lord and the Lord of your. Now we could see, I could see in Surah 19, 17, 19, then in Al Imran, when Maryam says, my Lord, how shall I have a son? So that ayat is put there. But when the messenger says, and that word is missing, from your Lord, a messenger from your Lord. From is not there, they put it in brackets or they just put it without brackets in English translation. Maryam is telling the messenger, and they denied him, my Lord, how shall I have a son? Now here you see Allah says, Allah your Lord and cherisher, and the Lord, and again he says, and the Lord, and cherisher of your fathers of old. Messenger of Allah is a Lord, and Isa al-Masih is a Lord with Allah. Masih ibn Maryam in Surah Tawbah ayat put in that way, Masih ibn Maryam, that's why I'm saying. Lord with Allah, and they denied him. So indeed they will be brought, oh God, except the chosen, yeah. They left later generation. Indeed. So also was Lut, Lot, except an old woman among those who remained. Look at how Allah, he calls, see Muslims coming here with no, except an old woman. They don't respect, and we destroyed the others. And indeed you pass by them in the morning. His chosen servants have made mistakes, belly in the belly, and we threw him, bro, 100,000. Enjoyment for a while. So I read all this. Where's that? Look at how God will punish these disbelievers who attribute. These are different sets of Surah, I think, who attribute with Allah, or who attribute like to Allah names. Allah Himself attributes to Himself names, beautiful names, call Him by them, and He's not even those names, by the way. So maybe Imam Ali taking Surah Safat verses, ayats, and saying, do not attribute to Allah even His names. That's a sin. In Surah, oh, Do you see this also? Not only the punishments by those who arrange themselves in ranks. Now Allah is swearing by those and those who drive these horses, or those who recite the message, or angels. Indeed, your God is one, Wahid, right? Your God is one, Wahid, and Lord of the heavens and the earth and between them. Now, Imam Ali explains how this one should be taken without the number in sermon. I've shown you from Najul Balagha, Lord of the heavens and the earth, and that between them and the Lord of the sunrise. Indeed, we have adorned the nearest heaven. Why is Allah swearing by these when the Muslims are not supposed to swear by any, just by Allah, right? Not by His nature, I think. There's a hadith or the Prophet Muhammad says, only swear by Allah, take an oath on Allah, and as protection against. But Allah swears by these, His whatever He's created. Uh, Quite strange, illogical. Um, and then the Muslim, because the Muslims are told to swear by Allah, right? Not by nature, His creation. Allah is swearing by His creation everywhere. Even the horses, a war, battle horses, and God knows what, for beauty and for guard against obstinate. And so they may listen to the exalted assembly. These are angels of Safa in ranks. Maybe he's swearing by the angels. Surin, where does he swear by the horse hoofs and those in battle, those horses which go to the battle, used for the battle? Which surah is that? The one who snatches by theft. Are they stronger creation or those we have created? Okay, we are told here that we wonder and they mock. I mean, sorry, the believers tried, dost thou marvel? Truly, you marvel while they ridicule. And when they are reminded, they remember not. And when they are see, when they see a sign, they ridicule and say this is not but obvious magic. When we have died and become dust, are we indeed to be resurrected? These are atheists now, I guess. And our forefathers say, yeah, you will be contemptible. This is the reply given by God. Like, say, tell them. So Prophet Muhammad is telling them, but this is from God. So Allah is telling Prophet Muhammad to tell them, yes, and you are utterly helpless, right? Humiliated, or Yusuf Ali, I don't know which word to take. What is this? Humiliated. So respect everyone, and who, like, if your father, you find him not Muslim, so you're supposed to respect. Yeah. Doesn't that make you a hypocrite? Like, if sometimes you feel so angry, if it will be only one shout and at once they will be observed. They will say, oh, woe to us. But here you see Allah is telling the Prophet Muhammad, say thou, yani, to these disbelievers, yeah, and you shall then be humiliated. They will say, oh, woe to. Now it's like, okay, they will say, and they will be told by Allah or angel that it's the day of judgment which you used to deny. And the angels will be ordered, gather those who committed wrong, their kinds, and what they used to worship. Now, okay, whatever, and maybe like the Muslims have come up with this great thing that scientists are worshiping God is science, right? Their God. and but through back doors, like the material, the atheists, you're worshiping material time. That this is through the back doors, telling us in debates and all, throwing these lines, bring you up. So, yeah, these are disbelievers who worship God, who worship things other than God. And the things they worship, yeah, the things they worship. But they didn't believe in the resurrection and the souls or human beings' resurrection. Other than Allah, the bones will be resurrected. The whole body will be resurrected. Other than Allah, and guide them to the path of hellfire. And the things they worshipped other than Allah. So now the Muslim thing has come, or religious people think that, even science God and technology God. So, and atheists God, they have their own God. They've been like putting words in their mouths, twisting and turning their truth. It's not God, other than Allah, and guide them to the path of hellfire. And guide them, and how Allah is taunting them. Huh? But here He's not telling the Prophet to tell them this, beside Allah, and lead them to the way, Sirat al, to the way to the fire. No, it says to lead them. But look at how, like, this is really like Allah's taunting them, guide them, direct them. Sahi International has put guide them. My God, this is a taunt. No, lead them. No, it's from Hud, Hidayat, guide. Lead them or guide them. Besides Allah, yani they worship someone, things besides Allah, and they will be guided to the fire. And Yusuf Ali has put fierce in bracket, fierce fire, and stop them. Indeed, they are to be questioned. They will be asked, what is wrong with you? Why do you not help each other? Helping each other? Nasarun. Oh, so God, why helping each other? Why are you not helping each other? But they are in surrender, sarcastically put by God. And they will approach one another asking each other, aren't the Muslims, don't the Sunnis say against the Shia, giving us the verse? I remember a Muslim giving me a verse from Surah Fatiha. إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين. We only seek help from you. Only. Thee alone. You alone we seek help. Allah. So helping each, why do you not help each other? They will say, indeed, you used to come at us from the right. They will say, rather, you were not believers. Then they're each other, they're fighting with each other. And we had over you no authority, but you were transgressing people. So the word of our Lord has come into effect upon us. Indeed, we will taste, suffer chastisement. And we led you to deviation. Indeed, you were deviators. Oh, okay. I think something in India is happening. a very covert way. So we led you astray. We ourselves were astray. So indeed, that day will be sharing in the punishment. Indeed, that is how we deal with the criminals. So yeah, I used to wonder in my childhood, actually at a very young age, what price will I have to pay for opening my mouth? Oof, against some human beings. Indeed, they, when it was said to them, there's no, ooh, the Pakistan daughter. I mean, they can also punish you. Like, if they want, they're very vengeful at times. I mean, some of them, like, oh, when they come after you, they're unforgiving people, vengeful, vindictive, unforgiving. Whenever it was said to them, there is no true deity apart from Allah, they waxed proud and were saying, are we to leave our gods for a mad poet? Okay, now here Allah saying that they made fun of this prophet, mad poet. Rather, he has come. But in Surah Shuara, doesn't Allah call these poets wayward, misguiding? Some of them are good, but some are wayward. Rather, he has come with the truth and confirmed the message. But that's Allah saying against the poets. But now it's they saying against Prophet Muhammad. Rather, he has come with the truth and confirmed the messengers. So, opening my mouth, the wisest thing in the world, if not taking my religion and how the story was spread that we are from the Ahlul Bayt, but how they oppressed us. Uh, would be in trouble. Very vindictive people. Indeed, you will be tasters of the painful punishment. Yes, because they've called this prophet mad. This, and you will not be recompensed except for what you used to do. And say, but not the chosen servants of Allah. Those will have a provision determined, fruits, and they will be honored, gardens of bliss, thrones. This for those chosen. There will be circulating wine. Wine? This is a cup from a flowing spring. Sorry, it's just a cup from, not wine. White and delicious to the drinkers. Not bad effect. No bad effect uh, is there in it, nor from it will they be intoxicated. So it must be alcoholic drink. And with them, because in this life, like the alcoholic drink there would not intoxicate them or anything. Because not every drink here intoxicates. And with them will be, so writing wine as right in brackets. In them will be women limiting glances with large, beautiful eyes. Now look at that, please, this, what beauty and wonder. Of course, Muslims are going to go for beauty here as if they were eggs well. Now, do the eggs well protected? And they will approach one another inquiring of each other. A speaker among them will say, indeed, I had a companion who would say, are you indeed of those who believe that when we die and become dust? Again, oh yeah, this we've come to. It's not again. I think before I read this out. So these are different set of ones who don't believe that the after death bones will, shall we indeed receive rewards and punishments. When we die and become dust and bones, shall we indeed receive? He will say, would you care? Look. Allah will say, a voice said, would you like to look down? And he will look and see him in the midst of the hellfire. Because just because he didn't believe in what Allah, he will say, by Allah. Now, which there was a Muslim who said, you know, Allah told ex-Muslim Ahmad that, but ex-Muslim Ahmad really, with respect to dawah, perfect dawah, that you are spreading this fitna and this, and we are not terrorists, and no, there's nothing. Allah doesn't send the disbelievers to hell, right? This is only for those who have been in battle with the Muslims and with messengers, chosen messengers. Do not read in context. You say, by Allah, you almost ruined me. Huh? No. Maybe I have some comprehension problem. If not for the favor of my Lord, I would have been of those brought in hell, meaning third year. Then are we not to die? Except for our first death, then we will not be punished. Okay, this is about not being punished when you die. Indeed, this is great attainment. For the like of this, let the workers work. In that, is that a better accommodation or the tree of Zakum? Indeed, we have made it a torment for the wrongdoers. Now they've become zalimeen, these disbelievers, or they were in battle with Prophet Muhammad, they broke treaties, they took Muslim, they confiscated their property everywhere they went. Right? No, it is us. You see, we ex-Muslims have been lying. Do you see how we have been lying? For we have truly, no, it's not wrongdoers. What wrongdoers? Right? Zalimi. Oh, they didn't do any mischief. They did great mischief on earth. They harassed the people. No, they gave Prophet Muhammad the battle. Yes, they started the war. Yes. These are the Salameen who started the war against Prophet Muhammad. Why you ex-Muslims like me lie so much? Indeed, it is a tree issuing from the bottom of the hellfire. Or Salameen. Who said? किस पागल ने तुम लोग? Who mad person tell you? Show you from Quran ayats? Anything but that Allah, these Zalimin, who hurt, oppress women, children, and men. That's why they're mischief makers and think more. Hmm. And who else? Zalimin. Who are the? That's all. Zalimin, the ones who oppress you, who kill, murderers, rapists, or something, right? And you give war, start war, and want to kill Muslims. Yes, yes. That's why Allah want to punish them severely. Like they will be in the lowest bottom of hellfire. It's emerging fruit as if it were the heads of devils. Very intellectually, very scripturally honest you people are. We are the dishonest liars. No, you see, there are these disbelievers and there are these unbelievers. You're talking about disbelievers, or I'm not talking. I'm talking about Zalimeen and this health Zalimeen. Huh? Oh, these wrongdoers. What have they done? They mocked Prophet Muhammad. They called him a madman, madpot. My God. And also, they did not believe that their bones and what did I get this right? No, no, you got it wrong. You not read in context. You not read, and indeed they will eat from it and fill with it their bellies. Okay, this is my last day, perhaps. Every day I say this. God knows it could be because whether the atheists believe or not, I have experienced the madness of the world inside of me. The snakes, the rapists, like my body has been a mirror, inviting. Oh no, maybe I the rapist. I've I want to rape this one's mother. Alicia, ex-Muslim, I told her. I am, right? Come near me. I'm covert now. I'm a psychopath. You don't know. Ask my sibling. They will tell you. You come near me. I cannot take criticism, disrespect. If I have a hockey here, if I have a stick, I will take it and I will hit you. Excuse me. So, and on top of it, they will have a brew of boiling water. Brew. Then indeed their return will be to the. Then they're still not in the hellfire. Okay, then they will return to the hellfire. Indeed, they found their fathers astray, steeped in error, darling, the lean. So they hastened in their footsteps. Now, it's not my fault that I not know Arabic. Please don't. No, but I will be punished. Don't worry. I have been So they hastened in their footsteps. I've been looked at, gee, steal someone's ID. And there had already strayed before them most of the former peoples. Now, what for my whoever made my passport? That what can I do if my father or great grandfather made passport? Can I do Arab passport made? I was infant. I not to learn. I not to learn. I learned some other language. Then look how was the end of those who were warned. And I learned, tried to learn English. But not the chosen servants of Allah. Nu called on us, and we are the best to hear prayer. Best. Allah, I will not tell you that how He betray you, Allah. You not want to see. I'm not telling you. I'm just what I find my religion now, right? My religious crisis. Huh? And if my mother was alive today, I'm just ranting and venting. I'm not here to hurt you, Muslims, neither to help you. मेरे माँ बाप की परदादा की तौबा तुम लोगों में रिस्पेक्ट तुम लोगों में कंसिडरेशन तुम लोग क्या कहते नहीं नहीं हम जब नॉर्मल होते थे ना समझते थे ये भी मैनिपुलेशन दिस इज आल्सो मैनिपुलेशन कि किसी को बोले हम लेकिन वो बस टीचर से क्या सीखा या अब जब ईयर 2000 में यहाँ तो हम किसी को बोलते नहीं थे बिकॉज दिस इज आल्सो मैनिपुलेशन that to make you feel guilty. No. तो अभी आई एम डूइंग इट ऑफ कोर्स सिंस आई स्टार्टेड इट हम ऐसे भी नहीं थे जो आजकल कर रहे हैं like I'm nowadays doing for years. In year 2000, I'm a different person. We are the best to hear prayers. Okay, now, really, God? So this against my God, who was my God. This my religion was my religion. Or Ma, your religion छोड़ दो. It's between my mother and me. Yes, I'm sharing this on my channel. Public. Yes, to see my ranting. Can care to see. Surah Nisa, Zahra, look, how your Allah has had. You didn't see this properly? What is the matter with you that you fight not in the cause of Allah and meaning for the oppressed, supporting, whatever it is. However, anyways, what is the Arabic? And what for you, not that you fight in the way of Allah and those who are weak, for those. Allah is not put four, or maybe He has put four, I don't know. Among the men, I haven't checked this word every mustad, all this, right? Syllable, every syllabus, a syllable. Among the men, what what is the matter with you? Allah is telling you here. Somewhere Allah is the best to respond to prayer. Now He's saying, what's the matter with you? You don't fight. He's calling you, men. And we saved him. This is my religious crisis that I'm sharing here now. ओ शिया जब पीना पानी भूल ना जाना मुझे जिक्र गुर्बत या शहादत कोई तो रो लेना मुझे. Then it goes in Farsi. Nadeem Sarwar's prayer. किस oppress के लिए रो रहे हो तुम लोग? Amma, my mother. And we delivered him and his people from the great calamity. And we made his descendants those remaining. Peace upon. So we answered, news. We are the best answer, best here. But why didn't you answer the prayer of those who were praying to you, Lord? Please send us, please get us out of this oppressed. And they had to pray like, send us someone from you to help us. Why? Allah can't help them directly. Like He helped Noah, make a ship, because the storm is going to come. Believe in what I say. I will help you make the ship. For he was one of our drowned others. And in his Shia was Abraham, yes. And when he came to his Lord with a sound heart, when he said to his father, I do worship. So now Abraham is telling his father and his people, what is that you worship? Is it falsehood? Is it falsehood? Gods other than Allah you desire? Why do you stupid people? Like, what's wrong with you? Is it falsehood gods other than Allah you desire? Why do you desire false gods? Then what is your thought about the Lord of the worlds? Lord of the worlds? And yeah, there's a Lord on earth, the messenger you made, and how you've changed that, and how you have tried to deceive me, betray me, that if I'm reading, if I have the Quran in my hand, and not like this on uh, Google searching, or 2, 3 Qurans, look at Surah Maryam ayat, and then check Al Imran ayat, Surah Al Imran ayat. So thanks to the technology, those who made this possible and who are helping me financially, then did he cast a glance at the stars, who are my patrons, and said, I am sick. So they turned away from him, departing. Then he turned to the gods and said, do you not eat? Now, a very good thing is happening in India. Very, very good. Now we are being told that they made gods. How did they make Radharani and Krishna God? Hmm? How could they make love? Oh, they made love God. Oh, they gave love that. No, no. I think that love should be above God, cannot be God. God. What do you mean by God? Because God, someone to be worshipped, some entity. In monotheistic belief, God is usually Wikipedia, viewed as a supreme being, creator, and principal object of faith, to be worshipped. The being perfect in power, wisdom, and goodness. Goodness, God is as goodness, who is worshipped, yeah. In church, in Hinduism too. Creator and ruler of the universe. I wonder how they made Radharani. As, how did they create Radharani? So they created love, goddess of love, or is love uncreated? How could Hindus create the goddess of love? How? Nisa. So your prophet, my prophet, Prophet Muhammad, former, he said that Jannat, paradise is at the feet of the mother, or under the feet of the mother, right? Oh, just kiss your mother's feet. Go down. That's what I used to do. But while she was asleep, she didn't know I was kissing her feet, her foot. They call upon instead of him none but female. And they actually call upon none but a rebellious Satan. Did you create Mother God? Hindus? If paradise is under the, where's the head of the mother? And here also, so here they call in babies calling the mother, dua kareenge, dua doing to the mother who is feeding him or her infant. Where's the nature is? But who is he calling? Who should he be calling? Other than God or the mother? Is it satanic? And so we come to that, give thanks, honor your mother. Did God give thanks to your parents? Did God carry you for 9 months? What are these 9 Devis? Navaratris. Surah Luqman ayat 14, which I keep forgetting. Recently examining Surah Luqman ayat 14, I found that you can give thanks to. First, I thought maybe you can't give thanks. You have to say Jazakallah or something, or give prayer. You can't give thanks to someone who, a human being, who may have helped you or assisted you, protect, helped you or gave you a gift. And we have enjoined upon man for his parents, whatever. His mother carried him in weakness upon weakness. Did God wean you? Did God carry you? And his weaning is in, and his weaning is or her, or where's the daughter? And his weaning, and and his weaning is his. God doesn't want to say her weaning. And his weaning lasted 2 years. So it's for the man. It's telling the man, him, mother bore him in weakness upon daughters. It's not for the daughter. Decide. Wonder why he left out daughters. Are these mothers wicked, satanic, rebellious? And who is he going to call out for the milk? Weaning lasted 2 years. We therefore enjoined upon him, meaning not the daughter. Allah doesn't say her, give thanks to me and to your parents on this. Give thanks to me and to your parents, or give more thanks to me. Like it's on in the same breath. Give thanks to me and to your parents. To me is your ultimate return, but give thanks to me and your parents. He doesn't say give a different thank you to me and give a different lower thanks to your parent. On the same level, be grateful to me and to your parents in the same breath. Here also. And on after God, yeah, there's another ayah, but here giving thanks. Thanks. Mother carries him for how many months? We're not told here in this ayah. Weakness upon weakness. Did God carry you? Is a mother evil? Then when the infant will be crying, the mother will understand whether to change his diapers or give him milk. And who will give him milk? Yeah, I know nature gives the mother milk to give it to her child. Give thanks to parents. And we enjoined on man. It's insan, human. But they have to put man here because the rest of the ayats is for the son and not for the daughter, his parents. Travail upon travail did. Now does God, this also please note, I have to note and share. Why would I believe in such a God? Why I left my religious crisis? And this continues. Why I left my religion? But if they endeavor to make you, now it's they, endeavor to make you associate with me, or the parents, then okay, still not meaning dot children. It's on the parents. They no knowledge, do not obey them, but okay, appropriate kindness and follow the way of those who turn back to me. World with but accompany them in this world with appropriate kindness, and follow the way of those who turn back to me. Then to me will be your return, and I will inform you about what you used to do. So Luqman is telling his son that this is no, goes back to look. Oh, and Luqman said, "Oh my son, indeed, if it should be the way, no, no, this is Allah telling. Uh, Behold, Luqman said to his son, instructions, and we have a point. Then it goes to Allah, or that what Allah has appointed for him. So Allah, Luqman is talking to his son, not daughter, so it's his. Him here. Really strange. Children, it should be. And we have enjoined upon man. Oh, man, not human. It shouldn't be human, because then it's it's his meaning. So if you feel offended, right, and you want to apply your religious right on me, who has left this religion without considering, and that I should respect Prophet Muhammad, okay, of course, you're going to respect a criminal, you're going to respect your mother's rapist, you will respect your daughter's rapist, huh? Murderer, yeah. Of course, you're not going to disrespect the criminal, right, who has done this, and at him. And if we get angry, like how, you see, you have to also consider I was a Shia. So long Allah leg. And I wouldn't dare take, you know, my, anyone who gives his son the name, I wouldn't dare take Ibn Ziyad's name or put it like, I mean, unless I put Lanat there, right? Accursed. Ubaidullah ibn Ziyad, now I know. So what happened is, oh yeah, I have to share my story here. So I met the principal, and she had a son who she named Ziyad. Oh, that name was like poison for us, for me, Shia, as a, so, but you know, I just took it because they're Sunnis, right? And so it doesn't, what goes of my, so I just had to, it's nothing. But I mean, I wasn't even, I don't interfere in people. I wouldn't go up to her and say, why did you name? Because I know she's a Sunni. She can name him, Ziyad, Ubaidullah, Marwan, Walid, all that, that we sent Lanat to, right? Umayyad's uh, caliphs and all. So one day I'm sleeping in the afternoon or something, and I see, or maybe in the nighttime, I can't remember. And I'm told, oh, I've lost my book, dua book, and I'm searching for it. I'm in someone else's house, and then the venue changes or something, and a voice tells me that You know, Ziyad's, the name Ziyad is in Dua Kumail. So I had lost in my dream. I'm searching for this Dua book, Dua Kumail book that I've lost, booklet. And when the venue changes, and then I hear the voice. So I didn't notice. Uh, what I didn't notice was I was told that. So I had this uh, repulsion for this name, right? Due to Bibi Zainab, what Ibn Ziyad did, Imam Zain al Abidin. Then in my dream, I was told that, do you know that in this dua, not even outside, in the Dua Kumail is Ziyad's name. And I never noticed because we used to call it Dua Kumail, but never Ibn Ziyad, never Ziyad. When I opened, I got up and one day, okay, so I didn't check my Dua Kumail, like, or maybe I checked after getting up from the dream. Lo and behold, I never noticed. You know, that before the dua, they give this, right? In the book I have, like, Kumail ibn Ziyad al-Nakhal. Oh my, but Ziyad is nowhere in the dua. I think a majority of Shias would never name their, because he's Kumail, because Ziyad, although he's a good, was of a disciple of Imam Ali, Kumail. Oh, Kumail, how I would love to meet them. The good people, or those people that Imam Ali, huh? So he was a disciple of Imam Ali, Kumail ibn Ziyad. Ibn Ziyad, I looked at it. I was shocked. But there's no Ziyad in the dua. One of the titles given to Kumail was Al-Nakhai. It simply means a person from, and he even, the dua Kumail, it's attributed to Kumail. Imam Ali gave it to Kumail ibn Ziyad, or what? So in my dua book, how is it written? How was it written? Imam Ali advised Kumail ibn Ziyad Nakhai to recite this dua, yeah, on the eve. But so, anyways, so but the dua does not have Ziyad in it. It's just that Imam Ali advised Kumail ibn Ziyad. So I didn't know it was Ibn Ziyad, even though it's in my booklet, dua book. But I never read that part, or never concentrated on this. I would just read the dua. Okay. So the point, Allah. So the Shias would, 12 Shia especially, would not name their son, or their, the son's woman. Sorry, Ziyad, because Safar majlises, or after 10th Muharram, Arba'in, Zainab and Ibn, the captives of Karbala in the court of Ibn Ziyad. Speeches of Bibi Zainab had stirred the souls of the Kufis, and then begins the initial upsurge against the Khilafat. Uh, this, he was so wicked. To even like have a, you know, she had to stand there and preach, like talk to this terrible person, right? Wicked tyrant of his time. Like I just wonder, I couldn't read. Like when Anita Rai wrote, I couldn't read it. I was like, it was very difficult for me. Anita Rai's an essential women when I was a Shia, but now I've the so when I read the history and saw what Prophet Muhammad did to Jowaria, it would not be right. When I read about Jowaria, how she went to Prophet Muhammad and freed then Prophet. She agreed to Prophet Muhammad's proposal to accept Islam. Ibn, oh, Bint Harith, right? She goes to Prophet Muhammad. After like, and even Zainab, I had to like get my heart. Tell you, I it was challenging, but I had to do that. See what Yazid tells Zainab, right? Let's see if they're right. They've mentioned, sorry, they